Good morning, everybody. It's John for Father's Rights, my anti-child neglect and anti-child abuse YouTube channel. It's 4:23 a.m., October 19, 2025. And to all my brothers out there going through the shit with the unbalanced nature of the Western female feminist, today we're going to help you on a new subject today. Why are you in the position that you're in? Now, I always been told by other people, not myself, that I'm a pretty smart guy, because I'm really good at figuring out things to get the job done. I've always been that type of person. I was a consultant, and I used to do the bulk of the complicated work, like in every area that I worked in. So I'm going to teach you guys what internalized misandry is. You'll hear it coming from the female group, internalized misogyny, that other women have, but actually they got that name wrong. It's internalized misandry. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to give you some examples, and some of you guys are going to notice what I say is true. Now, we have living in an age where women feel they can do anything a man can do, or they can do it better. Now, I'm gonna explain the psychology of why women hate men, because it actually has to do is that they hate their very own gender. They hate themselves, and I'm gonna give you an example that proves that. They either feel they're not too pretty enough, smart enough, or strong enough, and that's part of the self-hate or self-loathing most of these modern feminists are dealing with on an everyday basis, which they project on you. Now, how it's projected on you is very simple, because whether you realize it or not, being a man is offensive to a woman simply because she can't achieve something that you could do, and she's going to complain that it's unfair that she doesn't perform up to the same standard because you have some kind of invisible advantage over her, a patriarchal advantage over her. Again, an invisible thing, non-tangible, can't prove anything. Now, the example is you put a male and a female in a contest. Who could throw the most bricks in a big barrel in the shortest amount of time? You put them on a 1 minute time frame. So of course they start flinging bricks, and of course the man wins because he's physically able to lift more weight and he's physically faster than the woman. What happens to that triggers the woman's internal misandry is the fact when she loses, the emotions kick in. When a man loses, he decides, well, I have to better myself to get up to the highest standard. And then he sets a goal for himself and he strives to reach that goal. But with a woman, she totally thinks different from a man, you see. She's like, I didn't cut it. I didn't make it. I'm supposed to be equal to a man. I'm supposed to be just as good, and I'm not. A woman being emotional, that's going to trigger, deep-rooted emotions that just can't accept that they fell short because they weren't strong or good enough to compete at the same level as the man that beat them. So, what happens, what she does, she takes that self-loathing and hate that she can't deal with, because it means that she has to go out and prove herself in order to compete with the man that just beat her in the contest. She doesn't want to do that. What she wants to do is turn around and blame the very man that beat her in the contest, the better person, and blame everything on him. You cheated. You took advantage of your stance in the patriarchy. Well, you should have given me more time. I'm a female. You're going to hear everything. Just like a man to cheat a woman. If you say, but we're really equal, just like a man, you attack the woman. You don't treat us equal. That's why I lost. You see where this is coming from? It comes from people who say they're a 10 out of 10 all the time, and when they see they have a flaw, they externalize it so their ego doesn't get hurt, because women are more emotional than men. So that's why I call it internal misandry. When they lose, they can't stand losing, and they don't know how to deal with losing. Men, we have no choice. We don't have anybody to blame. They do. And of course, they're going to take the easier route that makes them not have any negative emotions, because they can't deal with defeat. And so that explains internalized misandry. I hope it helps men out, and I doubt if it'll help any woman, because I even see signs of this in my daughter. Well, I can play football with the boys. Nobody asked you to play football with the boys. It's if you're equal, they really don't care if you play with them or not. It doesn't matter to them. It matters to you. And that's why you get these emotional female outbursts, screaming in the streets with pink pussy hats on their head. And on that, I'm out of here.